Welcome to Just Listen Books channel. Immerse yourself in the world of literature as we summarize books and deliver them in audio form. Perfect for your car rides, travels, and daily activities. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification. Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins is a comprehensive guide aimed at helping individuals take control of their lives in order to achieve the success they desire. The book is divided into several parts and chapters, each focusing on different aspects of personal development, including decision-making, belief systems, and strategies for change. Part 1. Unleash Your Power. Chapter 1. Dreams of Destiny. In this chapter, the author begins by emphasizing the immense potential within each individual to shape their own life and destiny. The central thesis of this chapter is the power of decision-making as the primary tool for directing one's life path. Robbins suggests that every moment of our lives is shaped by the decisions we make, ranging from minor choices about what to eat for breakfast to significant life-altering decisions about our careers, relationships, and personal beliefs. Robbins illustrates through various anecdotes and examples that despite the different circumstances we are born into, the control we can exert over our lives comes down to the decisions we choose to make. He argues that it's not the conditions of our lives that define our destiny, but rather our decisions about what to do about those conditions. A key point Robbins makes is the distinction between being merely interested in achieving our dreams versus being committed to them. Interest alone often does not lead to action, especially when obstacles arise. Commitment, on the other hand, signals a firm decision to achieve our dreams despite the challenges that may come. This commitment is what propels individuals to take consistent action toward realizing their dreams and shaping their destiny. Robbins also touches on the importance of belief in the process of decision-making. He posits that our beliefs about what we are capable of, what we deserve, and what is possible for us significantly influence the decisions we make and, consequently, the paths our lives take. By changing our beliefs, we can change our decisions, which in turn can lead to a different and perhaps more desirable outcome in our lives. Finally, Robbins encourages readers to begin the journey of transforming their lives by making new decisions. He urges readers to identify aspects of their lives they wish to change and to make a firm decision to take action toward that change. By doing so, he asserts that individuals can take the first step toward realizing their dreams of destiny. This chapter sets the stage for the rest of the book by laying the foundation of Robbins' philosophy on personal development, that the power to change our lives lies within us, specifically in the decisions we make and the actions we take in pursuit of those decisions. Chapter 2. Decisions, the Pathway to Power. In this chapter, the author delves deeper into the concept of decision-making as a fundamental mechanism for personal empowerment and life transformation. This chapter expands on the idea introduced in the first chapter by underscoring the pivotal role decisions play in shaping our lives' trajectory. Robbins starts by asserting that the moment of decision is where true change begins. It is in these moments that we have the power to redefine our lives by choosing paths that align more closely with our desired outcomes. He emphasizes that decisions are not just about choosing what to do, but also about choosing who we are and who we want to become. According to Robbins, the decisions we make about our values, our beliefs, and our actions define our character and, by extension, our destiny. A significant portion of the chapter is dedicated to discussing the nature of decision-making. Robbins identifies 3 key decisions that we make in any moment that shape our destiny. 1. What to focus on. Our focus determines our thoughts and feelings. By deciding to focus on positive aspects and opportunities rather than obstacles, we can steer our lives in a more positive direction. 2. What things mean to us. The meaning we assign to the events in our lives affects how we feel and react. By changing our interpretations, we can change our emotional responses and the quality of our lives. 3. What to do to create the results we desire. Our actions stem from our decisions about what to do next. Making different choices can lead to different outcomes. Robbins also addresses the obstacles to effective decision-making, such as fear of making the wrong decision, the desire for perfection, and the influence of past failures. He offers strategies for overcoming these obstacles, such as embracing uncertainty, learning from each decision, and understanding that failure is often a step toward success. The chapter concludes with Robbins encouraging readers to practice making decisions more consciously and deliberately. He advocates for a more proactive approach to decision-making, where individuals take charge of their lives by consistently making decisions that align with their deepest values and goals. This, Robbins argues, is the pathway to power and the key to unlocking our true potential. Through Decisions, the Pathway to Power, Robbins conveys the message that by becoming more intentional in our decision-making process, we can take control of our lives and direct them towards the outcomes we truly desire. This chapter serves as a call to action for readers to harness the power of their decisions to create the lives they dream of. Chapter 3. The Force That Shapes Your Life. In this chapter, the author introduces the fundamental concept that the pursuit of pleasure and the avoidance of pain are the two most powerful motivating forces in human behavior. Robbins argues that every decision we make is ultimately aimed at gaining pleasure or avoiding pain. This chapter dives into how these twin forces influence our decisions, actions, and ultimately, the course of our lives. Robbins begins by explaining that our brains are wired to associate certain actions and outcomes with either pleasure or pain. These associations, whether based on past experiences, cultural teachings, or biological instincts, deeply influence our choices and behaviors. For instance, if someone associates eating healthy food with the pleasure of feeling energized and the pain of illness avoidance, they are more likely to choose healthier foods. However, Robbins also points out a critical paradox in human behavior. Sometimes we choose actions that bring immediate pleasure despite knowing they may cause pain in the long run. Conversely, we often avoid actions that might bring short-term discomfort but long-term pleasure. This paradox is rooted in our associations with pain and pleasure, which can be irrational or based on outdated experiences. To shift our lives in more positive and fulfilling directions, Robbins suggests that we must consciously reevaluate and, if necessary, change our associations with pain and pleasure. He proposes a process called pain and pleasure conditioning, where individuals deliberately associate deep pain with not taking action towards their goals and immense pleasure with the act of moving towards them. This reconditioning process involves 1. Identifying behaviors that lead to pain in the long term and consciously associating immense immediate pain with those behaviors. 2. Creating strong associations of pleasure with actions that lead to long-term benefits, even if they involve short-term discomfort. Robbins emphasizes the importance of making these associations vivid and immediate to effectively influence our decision-making processes. By changing our associations, we can change our actions, and thus, change our lives. The chapter also discusses how people have different thresholds for what they consider pleasurable or painful, and these thresholds can significantly affect their behavior and decision-making. Robbins encourages readers to become more aware of their own pain and pleasure associations and to actively work on reshaping them to support their goals and desired life outcomes. The Force That Shapes Your Life thus offers a compelling insight into the psychology of human behavior and provides practical strategies for leveraging the fundamental principles of pain and pleasure to foster personal growth and achievement. Robbins convincingly argues that by understanding and mastering these forces, individuals can make more empowered choices and lead more fulfilling lives. Chapter 4. Belief Systems: The Power to Create and the Power to Destroy. In this chapter, the author explores the profound impact of beliefs on our lives. He posits that our belief systems are the driving force behind our actions, decisions, and ultimately, the outcomes we experience. This chapter delves into how beliefs shape our reality, how they are formed, and how by altering these beliefs we can dramatically transform our lives. Robbins starts by defining beliefs as convictions or acceptances that something is true or exists. These beliefs, he explains, act as filters through which we interpret the world, influencing how we perceive and react to different situations. Because our beliefs are so deeply ingrained, they can either empower us to achieve our goals or limit our potential. One of the key insights of the chapter is the idea that beliefs are not necessarily based on facts or truths, but are often the result of past experiences, interpretations, and the influence of those around us. Robbins emphasizes that many of our limiting beliefs are formed in childhood and are based on misinterpretations of experiences or messages from authority figures. To illustrate the power of beliefs, Robbins shares stories and examples of individuals who achieved remarkable feats or overcame significant obstacles simply because they believed they could. He contrasts these with examples of how limiting beliefs have held people back from realizing their full potential. A major focus of the chapter is on the process of changing limiting beliefs. Robbins outlines a step-by-step approach for identifying and challenging these beliefs, which includes 1. Identifying the limiting belief. Recognizing beliefs that are holding us back. 2. Questioning the belief. Evaluating the validity of the belief and challenging its accuracy. 3. Interrupting the pattern. Using techniques to disrupt the habitual thought processes associated with the limiting belief. 4. Creating a new, empowering belief. Formulating a new belief that is positive, empowering, and aligned with one's goals and desires. 5. Reinforcing the new belief. Taking consistent action that supports the new belief to reinforce it and make it a part of one's belief system. Robbins underscores the importance of not only changing individual beliefs, but also addressing the broader belief systems that they are part of. He suggests that by transforming these systems, individuals can create profound and lasting changes in their lives. Belief systems, the power to create and the power to destroy. Concludes with a call to action for readers to examine their own beliefs critically and to embrace the power of belief to shape their destiny. Robbins provides practical advice and strategies for turning limiting beliefs into empowering ones, emphasizing that belief is one of the most powerful tools for creating change in our lives. Chapter 5. Can change happen in an instant? In this chapter, the author challenges the common belief that change is a slow and gradual process, arguing instead that significant personal transformation can occur in a single moment of decisive action. This chapter delves into the concept of instantaneous change, explaining how and why these pivotal moments have the power to alter the course of our lives dramatically. Robbins begins by differentiating between the decision to change and the process of changing. While acknowledging that developing new habits and patterns may take time, he emphasizes that the actual decision to change is instantaneous. This moment of decision is what Robbins refers to as a breakthrough, a point at which a person's perspective shifts so fundamentally that it leads to immediate and significant action. Central to Robbins' argument is the idea that change is not primarily about gaining new resources or abilities, but about using what we already have in new and more effective ways. He suggests that the barriers to change are often not external circumstances, but internal decisions and beliefs. Therefore, the moment someone truly decides to commit to change, by reshaping their beliefs and deciding that the status quo is no longer acceptable, that is when change begins. Robbins illustrates this concept with stories of individuals who experienced sudden transformations. These anecdotes include people overcoming addictions, achieving remarkable feats, or radically changing their behavior and life direction in an instant. According to Robbins, what these stories have in common is a decisive moment in which these individuals chose to change their beliefs and, consequently, their actions. To facilitate instant change, Robbins offers several strategies. 1. Raise your standards. Decide what you will no longer tolerate and what you aspire to becoming. Change starts when you demand more from yourself. 2. Change your limiting beliefs. Identify and alter the beliefs that hold you back. Believe that change is possible and within your control. 3. Change your strategy. If what you're doing isn't working, find a new approach. Be willing to experiment and adjust until you find what works. Robbins also discusses the importance of leveraging pain and pleasure in a way that serves our goals. By associating massive pain with our old behaviors and immense pleasure with the new, desired behaviors, we can make the decision to change more swiftly and effectively. Can change happen in an instant? Concludes with a powerful message. The most significant barrier to change is the belief that change is impossible or has to be slow. Robbins challenges readers to recognize the power of a single decision to bring about real change, urging them to seize the moment of decision with conviction and courage. This chapter serves as a motivational call to action, encouraging readers to embrace the possibility of immediate transformation and to actively seek their breakthrough moments. Part 2. Taking Control, the Master System. Chapter 6. How to Change Anything in Your Life, the Science of Neuroassociative Conditioning, NAC. In this chapter, the author introduces a systematic approach to creating lasting personal change. Neuroassociative conditioning, NAC, is presented as a psychological framework that leverages the basic human motivations of avoiding pain and seeking pleasure to help individuals change any aspect of their lives. This chapter explains the principles of NAC and provides a guide for applying these principles to achieve meaningful and lasting change. Robbins begins by reiterating the foundational concept that pain and pleasure drive all human behavior. NAC builds on this idea by proposing a methodical approach to reconditioning our nervous system to associate new patterns of pain and pleasure with our behaviors, thus altering our actions and outcomes. The NAC process involves 6 core steps. 1. Decide what you really want and what's preventing you from having it now. This step involves clear goal setting and identifying the obstacles, often internal beliefs and associations, that stand in the way. 2. Get leverage on yourself. Robbins argues that change happens only when staying the same becomes more painful than changing. This step involves amplifying the emotional consequences of not changing to create a sense of urgency. 3. Interrupt the limiting pattern. Robbins suggests using unexpected actions or thoughts to disrupt the habitual behavior or thought pattern you wish to change. 4. Create a new, empowering association. This involves consciously associating pleasure with the behavior or thought pattern you want to adopt. This step is crucial for making the new pattern more appealing than the old one. 5. Condition the new pattern until it's consistent. Repetition is key to making any change stick. This step involves practicing the new behavior or thought pattern until it becomes automatic. 6. Test it. Finally, it's important to test the new behavior in different contexts to ensure it's robust and has truly replaced the old pattern. Robbins emphasizes the importance of the first 2 steps, deciding what you want and getting leverage, as critical for initiating change. Without a clear goal and a compelling reason to change, attempts at transformation are likely to falter. Throughout the chapter, Robbins uses examples and anecdotes to illustrate how NAC has been successfully applied to various aspects of life, including overcoming fears, changing unhealthy habits, improving relationships, and achieving professional success. He also addresses common challenges and setbacks people might face when trying to implement NAC and offers strategies for overcoming these obstacles. Neuroassociative conditioning, NAC, is presented not just as a theory, but as a practical toolkit for self-improvement. Robbins encourages readers to actively apply the steps of NAC to areas of their lives where they desire change, reinforcing the book's overarching message that individuals have the power to transform their lives through the decisions they make and the actions they take. Chapter 7. How to Get What You Really Want. In this chapter, the author shifts the focus towards understanding and pursuing our deepest desires effectively. This chapter is centered on the premise that many people struggle not because they lack the ability to achieve their goals, but because they are unclear about what they truly want. Robbins provides a roadmap for not only identifying true desires, but also for devising a strategic plan to achieve them. Identifying what you really want. Robbins begins by stressing the importance of clarity in goal setting. He argues that being vague about what we want is one of the main reasons people fail to achieve their desires. To combat this, Robbins introduces several techniques to help readers refine their goals and ensure they are genuinely aligned with their values and deepest desires. One such technique is asking probing questions that dive deep into what we find fulfilling and why, creating a compelling vision. Robbins suggests that once we have identified what we truly want, the next step is to create a compelling vision of our goal. This vision should be vivid and detailed, engaging all the senses to make it as real and enticing as possible. According to Robbins, the more compelling the vision, the more motivated we will be to pursue it. Changing your beliefs. A significant portion of the chapter is dedicated to discussing the role of beliefs in achieving our desires. Robbins reiterates that our beliefs about what we are capable of, what is possible, and what we deserve can either propel us towards our goals or hold us back. He provides strategies for identifying and changing limiting beliefs to support our objectives. Mastering your emotions. Robbins also emphasizes the importance of mastering our emotions. He argues that our emotional states significantly impact our ability to take action towards our goals. By learning to control our emotional states, we can ensure we are always in a position to take productive action. Taking consistent action. Finally, Robbins addresses the need for consistent action. He introduces the concept of massive action, which involves taking many different approaches to achieve a goal until finding what works. Robbins encourages readers to be flexible in their strategies and persistent in their efforts. Putting it all together. Robbins concludes the chapter by encouraging readers to integrate these elements into a cohesive strategy for achieving their desires. This involves regularly reviewing and refining goals, beliefs, emotional mastery, and action plans to ensure they remain aligned and effective. How to Get What You Really Want serves as a comprehensive guide to not just setting goals, but to understanding the underlying mechanics of desire and achievement. Robbins provides readers with the tools to not only identify their true desires, but also to overcome the internal and external obstacles that stand in the way of achieving them. This chapter reinforces the book's broader theme of empowerment and the belief that anyone can achieve their dreams with the right approach. Chapter 8. The Power of Life Metaphors. In this chapter, the author delves into the concept of metaphors and how they profoundly influence our perception of life, our experiences, and the narrative we create about our existence. He posits that the metaphors we choose to describe our life and experiences aren't just poetic or linguistic choices, but are powerful tools that shape our reality, affect our behavior, and influence our emotional states. Understanding metaphors. Robbins begins by explaining what metaphors are: figures of speech that imply a comparison, suggesting that one thing is like another. He extends this understanding to show how we use metaphors not just in language, but as a way of conceptualizing our lives and experiences. For example, viewing life as a battle or a journey significantly impacts how we approach challenges and goals. The influence of metaphors. Robbins then discusses the influence of metaphors on our psychological and emotional state. He argues that metaphors can frame our experiences in ways that either empower or disempower us. For instance, if someone sees life as a game, they might approach challenges with a sense of playfulness and creativity, viewing setbacks as opportunities to learn and improve. Conversely, if someone sees life as a war, they might approach situations with aggression or defensiveness, perceiving challenges as threats. Changing your metaphors. A significant portion of the chapter is dedicated to the process of identifying and changing disempowering metaphors. Robbins suggests that by consciously choosing metaphors that frame life in a positive and empowering way, individuals can change their outlook, improve their emotional well-being, and enhance their ability to achieve their goals. He provides a guide for identifying one's prevailing life metaphors by reflecting on the language we commonly use to describe our experiences. Robbins then encourages readers to assess whether these metaphors are serving them well or if they are limiting their potential. Adopting empowering metaphors. Robbins advocates for adopting empowering metaphors that align with one's goals and desired state of being. He suggests experimenting with different metaphors to find ones that resonate personally and positively, impact one's emotional and psychological state. The chapter is filled with examples of how changing one's primary life metaphor can lead to profound changes in behavior, attitude, and outcomes. Robbins shares stories of individuals who transformed their lives by shifting the metaphors through which they viewed their experiences. In The Power of Life Metaphors, Robbins illuminates the often overlooked power of language and thought in shaping our reality. By becoming aware of and intentionally choosing the metaphors we live by, Robbins argues, we can transform our experiences, influence our emotions in positive ways, and move closer to achieving our dreams. This chapter underscores the theme that the way we conceptualize and talk about our lives has a tangible impact on our lived experience. Robbins empowers readers to take control of their life narrative through the conscious selection of metaphors that inspire, motivate, and uplift. Chapter 9. The Power of Words. In this chapter, the author delves into the critical role language plays in shaping our thoughts, emotions, actions, and ultimately our lives. He argues that the words we choose to use significantly influence our emotional state and how we perceive and interact with the world around us. This chapter emphasizes the concept that by changing our habitual vocabulary, we can alter our emotional experiences and the quality of our lives. The impact of words on perception and emotion. Robbins begins by exploring how different words can have varying levels of emotional impact on us. He suggests that by consciously selecting our words, we can manage and change our emotional states. For example, using less intense language to describe negative feelings can help to lessen their emotional impact. Conversely, choosing more vibrant and positive language to describe positive feelings can enhance our emotional experience. Transformational vocabulary. A significant part of the chapter is dedicated to introducing and explaining the concept of transformational vocabulary. Robbins describes this as a tool for individuals to consciously choose words that lead to a more empowered and positive emotional state. This involves being mindful of the language we use to describe our feelings, experiences, and reactions, and opting for words that contribute to a more positive and constructive outlook. Practical strategies and examples. Robbins offers practical strategies for applying the principles of transformational vocabulary. He encourages readers to 1. Notice and identify their use of disempowering language. 2. Consciously replace negative or disempowering words with ones that are neutral or positive. 3. Cultivate a habit of using empowering language, both in thinking and communication. He illustrates these strategies with examples and anecdotes from real-life situations and his experiences, demonstrating how a change in vocabulary can lead to significant shifts in emotional state and life outcomes. Language and its broader implications. The chapter also touches on the broader implications of language in shaping our reality. Robbins discusses how the words we use influence our relationships, our self-image, and our ability to achieve our goals. He argues that by mastering our language, we can improve our interactions with others, boost our self-esteem, and enhance our overall life experience. The power to change. Robbins concludes the chapter by reiterating the power individuals have to change their lives through the simple yet profound act of changing their vocabulary. He emphasizes that this change starts with the awareness of the words we use and the willingness to choose words that empower and uplift us. The power of words serves as a compelling reminder of the significant yet often overlooked impact language has on our lives. By adopting a transformational vocabulary, Robbins asserts, we can alter our emotional landscape, transform our relationships, and steer our lives in a more positive direction. This chapter contributes to the overarching theme of the book that personal transformation is within reach through mindful changes in our thoughts and actions. Part 3. 7 Days to Shape Your Life. Chapters 10 to 16. A series of chapters. These chapters guide the reader through a 7-day process to make significant changes in various aspects of their lives, including emotions, physical health, relationships, finances, and time management. Part 3 of Awaken the Giant Within, titled 7 Days to Shape Your Life, presents a week-long program designed by Tony Robbins to facilitate significant personal change across various aspects of one's life. Each day of the program focuses on a different area, encouraging readers to take immediate and decisive action to initiate transformation. This part of the book is highly practical and action-oriented, providing readers with specific strategies and exercises to implement change. Day 1. Emotional destiny, the only true success. Focus. Cultivating the ability to control one's emotional and mental state. Activities. Robbins encourages readers to identify their most frequent and impactful emotional states and to understand the patterns that lead to these emotions. He then guides them through the process of creating new, empowering emotional patterns. Day 2. Physical destiny, primal power. Focus. Enhancing one's physical health and vitality. Activities. This day involves assessing one's current physical health and making immediate changes to diet, exercise, and other lifestyle habits that contribute to physical well-being. Robbins emphasizes the connection between physical health and emotional mental states. Day 3. Relationship destiny, the place to share and care. Focus. Improving and deepening personal relationships. Activities. Robbins provides strategies for understanding and meeting the needs of others, improving communication, and resolving conflicts. He encourages readers to express appreciation and to create more meaningful connections. Day 4. Financial destiny, small steps to a small or large fortune. Focus. Creating a plan for financial improvement and independence. Activities. The day's focus is on evaluating one's financial health, setting financial goals, and implementing strategies for achieving those goals. Robbins covers topics such as budgeting, investing, and creating sources of passive income. Day 5. Be impeccable, your code of conduct. Focus. Establishing personal standards of integrity and conduct. Activities. Readers are guided to define their values and the principles by which they want to live. Robbins encourages the adoption of a personal code of conduct that aligns with these values. Day 6. Master your time and your life. Focus. Time management and productivity. Activities. Robbins introduces techniques for prioritizing tasks, managing time effectively, and increasing productivity. He emphasizes the importance of focusing on activities that align with one's ultimate goals and values. Day 7. Rest and play. Even God took one day off. Focus. The importance of rest, relaxation, and play. Activities. This day is dedicated to recognizing the importance of balancing work with rest and leisure. Robbins suggests activities for relaxation and enjoyment, emphasizing their role in overall well-being and success. Throughout Part 3, Robbins stresses the importance of taking consistent action and maintaining momentum in each area of focus. He provides readers with tools and techniques to make lasting changes, illustrating how improvements in one area can positively affect others. This 7-day program serves as a comprehensive guide to personal transformation, encouraging readers to take control of their lives and to strive towards a more fulfilling and successful future. Part 4. A Lesson in Destiny. Chapter 17. The Ultimate Challenge, What One Person Can Do. In this chapter, the author concludes, Awaken the Giant Within, with a powerful message about the potential of individual action to create widespread change. This chapter serves as both a summation of the book's key themes and a final call to action, urging readers to recognize their power to influence their lives and the world around them positively. The Power of One. Robbins begins by emphasizing the significant impact that a single individual can have on the world. He shares inspiring stories and examples of people who have made remarkable changes in their lives, which in turn have had profound effects on others. Through these examples, Robbins illustrates how personal transformation can lead to societal transformation. The ripple effect. A central theme of this chapter is the idea of the ripple effect, that the changes one person makes can spread and multiply, influencing the lives of many others. Robbins encourages readers to think of themselves as agents of change, capable of creating positive ripples through their actions, decisions, and influence. The responsibility of power. With the recognition of one's potential to effect change comes a responsibility to act ethically and purposefully. Robbins challenges readers to consider the broader implications of their actions, and to strive for growth that not only benefits themselves, but also contributes to the well-being of others. He stresses the importance of integrity, compassion, and leadership in using one's power for the greater good. Taking action. Robbins concludes by calling readers to action. He reiterates that realizing one's potential requires more than just understanding and intention. It requires decisive action. Robbins urges readers to apply the principles and strategies outlined in the book to their lives, not only to achieve personal success and fulfillment, but also to contribute to positive change in the world. Legacy and contribution. Finally, Robbins invites readers to consider the legacy they wish to leave behind. He asks readers to contemplate how they can contribute to the world and make a difference in the lives of others. This reflection is intended to inspire readers to pursue their goals and dreams with a sense of purpose and a commitment to making a positive impact. The ultimate challenge, what one person can do, encapsulates the book's message of empowerment, responsibility, and the transformative power of individual action. Robbins closes Awaken the Giant Within by reminding readers of their immense potential for personal growth and their capacity to contribute to a better world. This chapter serves as a motivational end to a journey of self-discovery and self-improvement, encouraging readers to embrace the challenge of realizing their full potential and making their mark on the world. Throughout the book, Robbins uses personal anecdotes, examples from his life coaching experiences, and practical exercises to illustrate his points and guide readers through the process of awakening their own giant within. The book is designed not just to be read, but to be acted upon, with exercises and challenges that encourage readers to apply what they learn to their own lives. Thank you for staying with us until the end. Your support means the world to us. Click subscribe and hit the bell to be the first to enjoy our upcoming audiobooks. Together, let's continue this amazing journey through stories and tales.